this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Thankful 30. And I did it last year. If you don't know what it is, it's done by a company. It's called Thankful 30, and it's 30 prompts, which is supposed to be every year the same. And you need to choose photos during that year which is related to the prompts. So the prompts is, I've changed my prompts just a little bit. Some things didn't really resonate to me. Like, for instance, the first thing is something about your personality you're thankful for, your spouse, your children, your home, your family members. Later, things like a color, some luxury in your life, a friend, your favorite Bible verse or quote, a trip you're thankful for, a photo, a surprise, tradition. So this is the list more or less. As I said, I've changed one or two things. It's not a great deal. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to choose a photo during that year. Like, for instance, I said I'm thankful for my organization skills. So I just got a picture of my diary. Here's a photo of my husband. The thing I wasn't very, I didn't know that last year. You need to choose a photo in that past year. I just choose random photos. Because it was my first year, if it was a photo of my home or something, a trip, I didn't necessarily use a trip during that year. I just used any trip. But this year, I'm really going to try to see if I can fit, or I can use photos which is in this year. It's going to be difficult because, as you know, this year didn't really turn out very eventful. In some ways it was eventful. But for instance, luckily, actually, like for instance, the trip I'm thankful for. Luckily, in January, I went to visit my dad, and I haven't seen him for sort of quite a while. So that trip I can now use. But some of us maybe have never went on any trip this year. But I think it's interesting. You can improvise, even if it's just a trip to the shops. Who says it needs to be a trip on holiday? So this is my two booklets I did last year. I just did a ring binder book. There's cards you can purchase also, which is specifically designed for Thankful 30. I will link it down here below if you're interested. I decided not to do it. I decided just to use the prompts and use my own thing last year. I'm going to do the same this year also. Then I just, every day, today I'm thankful, and I put the prompt down there, and I put the day with these numbers, 16. A photo. This is like a hobby. I was talking about crocheting. And I decorated it. Today I'm thankful for colors, and I sort of put these colors, the pastel and the pink colors I'm interested in. So I think you get the drift. I've got a playlist, and I've made videos of all the prompts in these two books. So what I will do is I will link it down below if you're interested to check that out. Now this year I have decided to do a junk journal. I love junk journals. That's one of my other passions in life. So I'm decided to go junk journal style, and I've decided to use Sara Gleason's new release. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember what the name is. What I will do is I will also link it down here below. It's something about gladness. I'm not 100% sure. I'll actually put it up on the screen here afterwards. So I'm going to use a prompt because he's got these numbers also 30, from 1 to 30, which you can use instead of anything else. And then she's got lots of elements. This is just part of it, very, very small amount of it. So with thanksgiving, and then she's got a list. You can circle the date, what you're talking about, Bible verses. So it's quite a nice sort of planner type of journaling items, printables, and it's got obviously a beautiful flowers also. So I'm going to use mostly her elements in there for this. And then before I show you what junk journaling we're going to do, she's got beautiful papers. I'm going to use mostly her papers in this kit also. I've just got this random junk journaling sort of basic papers, which I'm also going to include, because obviously I need to have 30 places to do my journaling in. And I've decided to do 3 signatures. If you don't know what signatures is, we will get there when we make it. And then it's going to be 10 places to put my prompts in. So it's 3 signatures with 10 pages or 10 places, spots. So this is some of the papers I'm using just to sort of keep with the theme of it, sort of this rustic vintage junk journaling style. And then I want to obviously make use of some hymnals and things like that. So when you have papers that falls apart like that, you can just secure it with washi tape and can be part of the signature where you can do your entry in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on fast forward, and then we're going to put this junk journal together. It might not be extremely detailed one because there is so many out there, but I just thought for people who doesn't have an idea what junk journal is, it might be just interesting for you to see how I'm doing it mine, and then you can take something up like that also. So yeah, let's start. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the book away from the spine. So there's a gap there, as I just point you out now. Now you just need to take your X-Acto knife, but obviously just be very careful when you do that, and just go down, slice it down on the inside of the cover of the book and the spine. So it's complicated to explain to you, but when you do it, you'll get a feeling. Obviously, you must just not cut the cover of the book off. You just need to take the pages away from the spine. That is probably the best way to explain it. So you just have the outside and the spine of the book. Yeah, so that's how it is. This book's got quite a good spine, so sometimes if it's a bad spine, you just need to cut the spine out, and you do need to create your own spine by using sort of thick cardstock. But I didn't want to do that. I specifically didn't want to go through all that effort. I just wanted to use the book. So I'm just securing the book and make it a little bit stronger just by putting masking tape over it, just to protect the inside of the cover and just make it a little bit stronger. And then I've got some of these pattern papers which I score on the sort of more or less where the inside of the book is. And then I'm just going to use this red tape, which is quite a strong tape, to secure the paper inside there. So yeah, it's best to use something like a red tape. Unfortunately, I ran out of red tape halfway through the project, but luckily I think I've done the most important things with that. So there I just need to bend it a little bit, make sure I don't tear the paper. Just to, yeah, luckily when you put your signature in there, you're not really going to see the inside very much in the spine, so it doesn't really matter. So now I'm just using some more of those pattern paper, and I'm just using my double-sided tape and my red tape. As you can see here, I ran out of it. So just to secure, to cover the outside. Sometimes some of these books get beautiful insides, then you don't even need to decorate it, but I wanted to decorate it. Yeah, it just I've got so many beautiful pattern papers. Yeah, and I just love this sort of Scottish Highland vibe type of paper. So now the inside is secure. So as you can see, I've done the double-sided tape on the outside also. So I've just put that on, and then I'm secure exactly. Also, I just measured the paper, and I've covered the outside, and now I've got this sort of ribbon washi tape. It's not totally ribbon, it's probably more washi tape, or yeah, without the stickiness anyway. So I'm just using some liquid glue to decorate that. So that's also obviously optional. I just think it gives a nice edge to it, and it needs give it a nice rounded and finished look to the junk journal. What I'm going to do later is also I'm going to cover that red bit at the back, which I didn't like. It didn't fit with the theme of this book. Now I'm just going to decorate the front. I'm obviously going to use my doilies. The printables, as I said, is the printables of Sara Gleason. So I thought these blues and the craft type of color will go well with it. And then luckily one of the printables she had, it says thankful. And then I've just reprinted the 30, which is meant for the day 30. I've just reprinted it a little bit smaller, and the thankful sign I also just printed a bit bigger, so it can sort of be in correlation, it works together. And I'm just using one of those beautiful flowers just to decorate the front, because obviously this is now my thankful 30 book, so it's nice to know exactly what it is. I'm just lifting up the flower just to create a little bit of dimension, especially because I'm going to put it over the 30 and the thankful. So far I think it looks very nice. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. And now I'm just going to cover that. First I thought maybe I'll put some music sheet over there, but then I saw this round piece which I put on there. It doesn't work perfectly because the edges of the round circle comes loose the whole time. So I think I need to go and sit down and see how I can secure that in a better way, maybe with liquid glue or with a very, very strong glue, because as you said, you've got the problem when you bend it over that the edges of that circle comes off the whole time. So now I'm just going to use a very, very simple binding method. As I said, if you want to put the holes in there, you can do that, but I didn't want to do it because, as I said, I don't have a good crocodile to do it. So I'm just measuring more or less how long I need it, and then I'm just plaiting the string through this heart button. And then I'm just going to, I need 3 of those because I've got 3 signatures. Now, signatures is a bunch of pages being put together, and then you put it underneath this string which I'm wrapping around the book. So I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to put it through that holes, because obviously I've put 1 string on either side, and the 3rd string I'm just sort of putting through random holes there. I don't know if it looked okay, but it doesn't matter. It's got this one sort of central point. I'm just making sure I've got them more or less in the middle. I love this heart button. I was so happy when I saw it in the shop because I was looking for a big button to use. So the holes are big enough for the string to go through there, because it is quite thick string. So I'm just loosely actually binding my signature strings. I'm going to tie it up later. I just want to see how it looks and how it works. And now I'm just putting it nice and straight. As you can see, I've fret the strings through the little heart. So now what I've done is, with all these pattern papers, I've actually just cut them, made sure they're a little bit smaller. I could have made them actually a little bit bigger, but smaller than the inside of the book, so it can fit in there. So I'm just deciding, okay, what signature I want, or what page I want where. And as I said, I've got 3 signatures because it's 30 days, and I want to have 10 places where I can put a photo on. So it's going to divide it into 3 sections, and each section is going to have 10 days. So there you see the string. So I'm just basically sliding each signature in there. I'm just changing that one up and put the biggest signature inside. Now, with a real junk journal, obviously you have got actually loads of other things. You've got things like envelope, old book pages, old dictionary pages, which you use all as part as part of your pages to create a signature. But because I'm going to use it for Thankful 30, I just need a blank piece or a decorated printed pattern paper to put my photo and my journaling card. And I didn't want it to sort of go down the route of pockets and envelopes and things like that. I want this book to look fairly unified. So if you really want to do a real junk journal style, as I said, you've got various pockets. If you're interested, I've got a playlist which I do scripted journaling, which I use a junk journal sort of in a proper way to do scripted journaling. So I'll link it up here for you if you're interested, so you can go and check that out. So obviously when that scripted journal is done, then I'll make a sort of a more proper junk journal again. So I'm just securing the prompts, the 30-day prompts, in the inside of the junk journal. I thought it would be nice just to have it there. So obviously each day I can obviously look at the prompt. I'm going to also try to do things as most as possible in advance. So basically I can just concentrate on the prompt and maybe add a few decorations. So I also just wanted to sort of have an introduction page there. And I'm using one of these beautiful flowers with, the thanks. I'm going to add the thanks actually later in afterwards. So I've used some of the gratitude documenting illustrated 5 labels just to put on the day 1 to 10, and then obviously the other one's going to be day 11 till 20, and so forth and so forth. So now I just want to start. I want to show you how more or less how I'm looking to do these prompts. Now the first prompt is an attribute or character trait you appreciate about yourself, or you're thankful about yourself. So I've chosen a photo of my YouTube channel, and the thing I'm thankful for is determination and hard work, which I think I have, because it takes quite a lot of hard work and determination to be successful on YouTube, whatever you and however you define success. So I just wanted to remind myself of that. So this completes sort of my first bit of this junk journal, my Thankful 30. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider so. And let me know what gratitude documenting or thankful promptings and things you are doing or thinking of doing. And yeah, I'd love to hear that. And thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And you must have a fantastic day. Lots of love.